Hello and welcome back to my channel. I haven't made a video now for nearly 4 months and there's been a few reasons. It's a bit like the title says. A major upgrade and then it all went PETE TONG or tits up or whatever you want to say. Down the Swanee, everything seemed to went wrong. But anyway, let's go back to the story now. After I made the video about 3 years of use of the Nikon P950 camera, this camera here, the P950, and me saying what a fantastic camera it was, etc, etc. About a week later I went to use it and it packed up. So we've looked into it. I think there's something gone wrong in the gearbox, but they're telling me it's not economically sort of viable to fix it, which was a bit of a shame really, because I was going to use it as a bit of a deposit or whatever you want to call it, a trade-in on my next new camera. And like I say, I just went to use it and it's great. So I've looked on the internet and I've managed to find a few videos. So over the Christmas period, I might have a go, if it's just the cogs in the gearbox, of trying to fix this one myself. But if it's the electrics as well, it's in the bin, I'm afraid, which is a shame. But it's been an absolute 3 years of non-stop use. I've had real good fun with it. And like I say, I was going to trade it in and splash the cash. I was going to buy one more camera and that would have seen me out then. A nice mirrorless one, you know, all singing, all dancing, and I could have a bit of fun with that. Obviously that went wrong, and I wasn't too worried for the first few weeks anyway, because we had lots of guests and friends out staying, so I was busy all the time and I wasn't really missing photography and etc. And then as soon as the guests and everyone are gone and we're coming into winter migrations, I'm starting getting itchy feet. I wanted to release some cash from the UK to buy the new camera, and it's taken months and months and months, and eventually, all at the last minute, it went tits up. So I spent 3 months studying to use another camera, which by the way wasn't going to be Nikon. Funnily enough, it was going to be another camera brand. So I've spent 3 months learning how to use this other camera, watching all the instructional videos, learning a new editing suite, etc, etc. And like I say, it all went PETE TONG. I carried on doing a bit of bird watching, believe it or not, with this old Nikon Coolpix P510. Just does JPEG. I mean, unless they land within 3 meters of you, you're struggling. But I've taken a couple of good little photos of this thing. So it's been it's kept me amused but frustrated. Then an opportunity arose last week, last minute, that I had a couple of quid laying around that I could use for a new camera. And I thought, yeah, I'm going to go for it. I don't know what. The idea was originally I was going to go from this Nikon P950 straight to, I was going to skip the DSLR cameras completely and go to mirrorless. But obviously I can't afford that now, so I've had to go with this. Now this is a Nikon D5200 with basically a kit lens, 100 to 300 VR kit lens on it. All I could afford at the time, but it will keep me in the game again now. This literally came about because I had a few hours on Google looking around with what can I buy for my money? What gets me back in the game? And I thought it was going to be a Canon, to be honest. But Google AI said this was my best bang for the buck, etc. So I've gone with it. So hopefully I'm only going to use it 3-4 months. We'll see something, you know, something like that, 3-4 months. I bought this Nikon DSLR from a well-known second-hand camera company on the internet. So in 3 or 4 months or whatever, I'll trade it back in again and we'll see how much money it's cost me, which will be quite interesting, but we will save that video for another day. Anyway, I've got this now. It's got a 100 to 300 lens on it, which is, I'm finding already, I think it's a bit short, to be honest, even with your full frame equivalent of 450. But I've gone from 2000mm to 450mm. Big difference. So unless the birds land on the end of the lens, might struggle. But anyway, it's got a few quirks, but I'm not going to do that in this video now. I've literally only got this camera yesterday, and we're right in the middle of a major storm here with lots of flooding, etc, etc. So I've taken a couple of pictures in the garden, and that's about basically it. But as soon as the weather breaks, I can get outside and start using it. But I won't make a proper video until probably January, because you know Christmas is next week, so we'll see. But anyway, I'm back in the game again, and it'll be interesting to see how I get on with this camera.